Yo, what's up everybody? It's Jared here, back with another video today. But today I want to talk about the overtime rule change. I hope you enjoy it. I'm not going to waste any more of your time. Let's just get into it.
It's finally happened. Well, sort of. The NFL has decided to change the overtime rule, but it only applies to the postseason. Here's the rule that they decided to change. So now, in the postseason and overtime, both teams will have the opportunity to possess the ball in overtime. If the score is tied after each team has possessed the ball, the next score wins. And this is my favorite kink of the rule because it does still encourage defense, because I heard a lot of complaints about that. If the team kicking off to start the overtime period scores a safety on receiving team's initial possession, the team that kicked off the game is the winner. Now that was the rule specifically posted on how the NFL posted it on their Instagram. I'm excited for it. I like the rule because the league is now an offensive league. It's been trending that direction for the last 10 to 15 years. Because, let's be honest, there's more entertainment value in high scoring, potent offenses. I mean, some people would say the best game of the last decade is the Rams and Chiefs game from, I want to say, is that 2019? Wow. Feels like so long ago. But the Rams-Chiefs Monday Night Football game from 2019.
That game is phenomenal, and I enjoyed watching it because there was still defense being played. They were forcing turnovers. They were just allowing a lot of yards. And that's what the NFL defenses have become now. You can give up a lot of amount of yards as long as you bend and don't break. And in that game, there was a lot of breaking. But the bend don't break mentality is a real one in the NFL at this point, because the way the league has positioned itself to take care of offensive players and make new rules centered completely around encouraging more scoring and encouraging more offensive firepower, the defenses have had to adjust. And that's kind of what you have to do in the playoffs, because in the playoffs, you're not going to be facing an average offense. I'm assuming that team that made the playoffs is going to be in the playoffs because they had a higher-powered offense and a solid enough defense to get them there. So asking them to stop the opposing team on their first opening drive in the playoffs, when I'm assuming they probably couldn't stop them the entire game in the case of the Chiefs-Bills, you're asking something that's not impossible, but extremely hard to do. And I enjoy this rule because I think you're going to see a massive change in the coin toss is going to matter, but it's not going to matter as much, because your offense and your defense as a team collectively now completely has a chance to win the game. And I'm a fan of that. Now, I hope this rule does not actually seep into the regular season at any point. I think keeping it in the postseason would be best, because I don't think we need to extend the regular season games out any longer than they need to be already. If we have an overtime, let the overtime rules for the regular season just stay the way they are, because sometimes those overtime games are between two bad teams that nobody wants to watch to begin with. And those players, I'm all for player safety. And to be honest, when you play this type of overtime rules, these players are getting more wear and tear on their bodies, which in the long run is probably not good for them. But I do like this rule because players like this rule. Because sometimes a defense might be good, but in the case of the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs this past postseason, yeah, the Bills defense was one of the best defenses in the league. Statistically, I think it was number 1. But the Chiefs offense, we all know what it is when it's Tyreek Hill. We all know what it is when it's Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes on the field. It's a show. And it's entertaining to watch. But sometimes, if they're going to get the ball to start the opening possession in overtime, what do you expect to happen? It's only fair to the teams that have worked so hard to get that far for the whole team to have a shot at getting to the Super Bowl. Because if, let's say next year, this upcoming season, if this rule hadn't changed and it happens again to the Buffalo Bills, how do you think Josh Allen feels? But now that the rules changed, we won't see that. And that's the exciting part. This is a short video today. I just wanted to talk about the rule change. I'm excited for it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the subscribe button, And if you like this video, here's another one that's going to be just like it. Or maybe a little, it's going to be a little different. It's not going to be just like this one. You get it. I'm awkward. But, peace. Have a good day.